He's telling me, he's so sweet. He tells me um, it wasn't so much that I didn't get food to eat or some water to drink. He said,
Oh,
I just wanted love. I would have been okay to starve if I had love. That's all he wanted, right? That's what hurt him the most. It was not being fed. It was not getting water. It was nobody wanted to love me anymore, right? Um, he says, though, he tells me during this time when they were doing that to him that he was not alone, that
oh,
he was not completely alone, that he had spirit around him.
oh,
He had people in spirit helping him through this
oh.
because he really needed it during that period. He was very heartbroken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they helped him, they guided him. Okay, has Dork seen snow? Does he like snow? He's showing me snow.
I don't. Oh, ice water.
Oh, maybe. No, no, he's
No, it's not.
showing. I think he wants to experience this.
Oh,
No.
because I promised him to bring him here, and then I
Yeah,
told him there is a snow there, winter, and
he
we will
wanted that.
enjoy. Or maybe, yeah, maybe that one. Yeah,
Yeah, he wanted to touch the snow with his paws, see what that felt
yeah,
like.
and you know the last day because I went home. Oh, and then I told him this time I will keep my promise. I'm gonna bring him. I will just save money. And then his eyes when he look at me, it's like he's telling me, if I'm still alive, you can get me. That's the message of his eyes,
Yes, because
telling me.
he knew that if he didn't, he wasn't going to make it. He knew that already.
Oh my goodness.
It's too hard, right? It
Yeah,
was
I
too
know.
hard for him. It's not so much like I said about the food and the water. I mean, yes, you need that to survive,
Mhm.
but love, without feeling love or feeling wanted, that's
Mhm.
the hardest part. And when the heart breaks, it breaks down the body too. And people forget that sometimes, right? That our well-being is not just about what we eat or what we put in our body, but our soul needs
Mhm.
that love as well,
Mhm.
right? To It needs the nourishment of someone else to care for us.
Mhm.
Without that, we don't survive.
Can you describe to me how he died? Like the last few hours before he died.
I can ask him, but I will tell you what he keeps showing me somewhere dark, somewhere
Mhm.
that seems not clean, and
Oh.
I see a lot of dirt. Like I don't know if it's a dirt floor or like kind of muddy dirt or
Oh my
soft
gosh.
soft dirt. That's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
So
Um,
that's where they put him.
I'm also seeing, I don't know if it's mosquitoes or bugs or
Oh
something with
shoot.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they put him outside. I told them put in the
Yeah.
room because I'm paying for the room.
No, they didn't keep him inside. I tell you that right now,
Oh
they
my
did not.
goodness.
No. Um, what I see and what I feel from him when I ask him this is he tells me first was the heart.
Oh.
The heart stopped. The heart hurt. It hurt so much that I don't know if you call that a heart attack or dying of a broken heart.
Oh,
That's
maybe,
what he died
maybe,
of,
maybe
broken heart.
broken heart.
He was very malnourished, very dehydrated,
Yeah,
and
malnourished. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. I didn't give you the picture of that, but yeah, he's so
that's
malnourished, skinny.
that's that's what he died from. Eventually, the body could take no more, and the heart could take no more. So that's how he died. I will tell you that I don't think it was painful for him. Like he'd already been through so much that he just kind of like fell asleep, exhausted, and that was it, gone. Right? He was exhausted. He said he's telling me. He says I tried to wait for you. He said I tried really hard,
So
but
how?
I couldn't hold on anymore.
Yeah, I know. Somebody said his his mind, his heart is willing to wait for you, but his body, no, no more.
No, yeah. Um, it feels like your brother didn't have any respect for him, though, even when um, you were there. Like he didn't really respect the animal,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, he has dog before, and then he killed the dog to be their, food because they have like celebration, and I was the one who cried when he killed his dog. Not my dog, but it's his dog. Yet I cry. I
Yeah,
told
because
him,
it's cruel.
yeah.
Yeah, he does. Unfortunately, to him, a dog belongs outside, and it's just an animal, right?
Mhm.
That's all that is. Um, Unfortunately, it's a gift, and it's also can break your heart when you are gifted with, and it truly is a gift when you can connect with a pet on a level of love. When
Mhm.
you have that, and many of us do, where we have that understanding that an animal can feel love just as much as we do. And when you have that understanding, it's a very beautiful gift because then you're able to connect with that animal.
Mhm.
For those who have not connected with animals, they simply don't understand what they're capable of. They've just like, you know, like tunnel vision, right? They
Mhm.
don't see what we see, which is there's much more to an animal than just it being only an animal, right?
Mhm.
Your brother, unfortunately, just doesn't have a lot of empathy in him. And
Mhm.
the wife that he's married to is very, uh, she's very unhappy. Unhappy is the word that I get. And she yells at him a lot, and then he gets annoyed with her and yells back at her.
And then
That's
he like this one struggled one time. My mom told me.
oh, his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's yelling and nagging him, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's his reaction is to shut up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, I just don't feel your brother. I don't even want to tap into his energy. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. It just feels very negative, very negative. And I would not feel bad if that person said to you, "I don't want anything to do with you." That's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
That is a blessing for you, not a negative. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
right? You consider yourself consider
Lucky. Lucky
consider
because
the, yeah, the guides are taking care of you and they're trying to tell you,
mm-hmm.
stay away. Your intuition on that is correct. There's
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to associate myself with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look at you and say, well, there's something wrong with you. It's actually the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know.
Because you have a big heart
Mm-hmm.
and you're very empathetic and very understanding to other people and their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They are not. So, see, it's not usually the person that feels bad or feels like they're the black sheep of the family
Mm-hmm.
is the one that is the guiding light for the rest, not the black sheep. They're the light. It's the rest are the black sheep. You
Mm.
get it?
Yeah, they call me black sheep.
It's
Yeah,
the other way around.
my sisters told me.
You are not the black sheep. They are the black sheep. They need the light. And
Yeah.
if you have tried very hard, your guides tell me to show them otherwise and they refuse to listen. So you cannot make somebody listen. If they choose not to, then it's time for you to move forward and find people that share in that same light you have,
Yeah,
right?
that's why
Yeah.
if I knew before, like when he died, if I knew about the pet reader, I have, but because I only knew the computer when my son was born. When he was 4, he was the one who taught me. So that was
Um,
2005. So at that time, I was like, very naive, very naive in the computer. So when Carl died, and then I went to YouTube. Then I saw them the pet communicator. I said, oh, they can do that. So then I searched, and I said I want the Canadian one. And then I saw your name, and I actually is it okay if somebody asks me about the pet reader? I can tell about you.
course. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I want to help the animals, right?
Because I am a member in the FB group, the Ontario Pet Loss Support Group, and they were asking about the pet breeder who experienced, and then I told about you, and I said, oh, I'm very lucky to meet to talk to Miss Terry, because for the first time since my dog died, I sleep in peace without burst crying, because I was like crazy, I just scream on top of my lungs, but with music, so the neighbors would not hear me. And I feel very, and then they thanked me. They said one of these days they will, and then I your website.
Oh, I'm very honored that you did that, and thank you very much. That's really very kind of you and very sweet. And I am honored that I am able to help you, and also
Yeah,
with Dork,
big
right?
big help,
Uh,
yes.
I'm so glad that you asked me to connect with him because he had some feelings to get out just as much as you did.
Mhm.
And his energy is already feeling a little bit better. Like
Oh.
I needed to tell Rosalie what they did to
Yeah,
me.
yes,
Oh,
yes, yeah, I know.
she knows that they hurt me and not to trust them. That was her biggest thing. Is she want her messages, or sorry, his messages. Sorry, your dog Dork has a lot of female energy. Just to let you I want to say she, even though it's a he,
Yeah.
because he feels more like she.
Yeah, because it's very sympathetic, and yeah.
Yeah, very, very much, very sensitive. Lots and lots of female energy
Hmm.
coming through from Dork.
So
Um,
how is he with the healing?
how is he with the healing?
Yeah, how is he now for
Yeah,
the
he's still. It still feels like he needs more time.
more time?
I
Yeah.
still needs more time. But this today is helping him
Mm-hmm.
a
Okay.
lot. It's
Yeah.
helping him a lot. He needed to get it off his chest.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't had a chance to tell anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, this happened to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you died and someone had hurt you, but nobody knew it.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't feel good. It would feel unfinished, right?
Yes, yes.
It's not about getting revenge or
No,
anything
just
like that.
the
It's more about you need to know that this person did this to me,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, I guess, from a bit of a protection perspective as well, right? He says, though, your mother didn't want him to be hurt. She didn't.
Oh, okay.
That she was more sensitive to it. That she didn't like it. Yeah, he felt like she cared, but also that there was nothing she could do about it. Your mother feels somewhat afraid of your brother.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, so she just didn't say anything, but oh, and he's Duke, or sorry, Dark is telling me guilt. She's still carrying guilt about
Mhm.
that
Oh.
she should have taken the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's feeling bad about it. Bad and scared all at the same time. It's not a nice feeling. Um, okay. Yeah, he's just also saying with your mother that she feels now that she's reached a certain age, like I didn't do a good job as a mother. She's dealing with that too.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So try to be as gentle as you can with
Mm-hmm.
her when you talk with her because she is holding a lot in. She's holding a lot. She's going to need a lot of healing herself, okay? Because she really, I'm feeling like she didn't do the parenting job. Like she just kind of let the kids do their own thing and ignored
Mm-hmm.
some of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what it's feeling like. Um, by the way, Dork says towards the end that he actually got mad at your brother. He shows me showing his teeth at him.
Oh, maybe they hurt him.
Yeah, he didn't trust him after, so he would start showing his teeth.
Mhm.
Mad, don't come near me, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think at that point is when they left him alone. I think that's how he died, because after he showed the teeth, they stopped going near him. Okay?
Mhm.
Afraid. They were afraid a little bit because he is like, right? And he wasn't looking healthy. So he says now he gets lots of sunlight.
Oh,
He shows me a beautiful, shiny, soft coat.
wow.
He tells me he liked balls. Did you ever give him a ball?
Balls, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then he,
Let him play ball and run and chase
run,
ball.
yeah. Yeah, he
Like to run a
with the
lot.
leash. I have a leash that can be like this, adjusted, and he run like crazy,
Yeah, he could really run fast.
very fast. Yeah.
Although he would never hurt another animal, he does tell me he liked to chase.
Mm. Yeah. Some the
He
cat
wanted to
sometimes.
chase. Yeah, the
Only
cat,
case.
I think rabbit, anything that moved, anything
Oh,
that was small that moved,
yeah.
like, oh,
Kitten.
what's that?
Kitten or cat. Even the the chicken, because my
Oh yeah.
brother have chicken also.
Let me ask him. He didn't show me a chicken. Let me ask him about that.
Or duck. I'm not really sure.
Only if they were running with the wings out. He said that attracted him.
Mm.
Right? If they were just kind of walking, it was he was more curious. But
Uh-huh.
if they started running and quacking, then he was right like, "Ooh, what? I'm missing something. What's the hype?" Right?
Yeah.
um, yeah, he just really loved to be anywhere where there was green grass and outside and a good run. He really loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he says he liked to put like lay beside you, put his head on your lap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he also tells me even when you were there, he knew he was not welcome by the rest of the family. That it was for you that he was there.
Oh.
They didn't appreciate him, is what he's telling me. You did, but not the rest.
Mm-hmm. Um.
He's showing me. It looks like he's showing me your finger, like you letting him lick something off it. I don't know if that's peanut butter or what that is.
My finger.
Something he's licking.
Maybe the cheddar. The the
No,
melted.
that's something
No.
you would dip your finger in and let him lick.
Yeah,
That's what he's showing
the
me.
in the bottle, the small bottle with the cheese, melted cheese.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because it looks whipped. I'm like, what
yeah,
is
whip cheese,
that?
cheese
Yeah,
whisk.
yeah, he liked that.
Hmm. And the chicken, chicken and
Yes, he does show me he liked that a lot.
barbecue.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he does show me greasy chicken, he says.
Hmm. Chicken and
Greasy is
yeah,
better. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he wants you to know that, now he is feeling better. I'm seeing a bit of a smile on his face.
Oh, okay.
Sun is coming down. He's showing me his nice glistening coat.
Oh, so he's
Yeah,
he's not skinny.
yeah, no, he's not showing me skinny anymore. He's not
Oh,
skinny
oh,
anymore. No,
not skinny
no,
anymore.
healthy now.
No.
Healthy
Oh.
and beautiful again, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, he says he knows that his coat was beautiful.
Yes, very
Yeah,
shiny. And
and
you know
soft.
what?
He said my coat was soft and
Soft,
shiny.
yeah, soft and shiny. You know what? Some people they asked me if I can sell him to them. I said, no, no, no. Yeah, we double the price. No, no, no. He's my baby. Why? Because, oh my God, no, no, no. Why? You buy another, go to the pet store or the shelter, not my dog.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they want
Uh,
to
he just felt like after you left, there was really no place left for him,
oh my goodness.
right? Because he didn't really belong where he was, and he tells me I don't really know where I would have gone anyway, because these people don't accept me as a dog,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't accept me as an equal, somebody to love. So where would I go? Is what he tells me, right? Um, and he's just saying, I'm okay now. I'm okay now.
Mm-hmm. I love him so much.
Yeah, he loves you too. And he says, he does tell me that if you want him to come visit, just ask. He says he could come.
Oh, okay. Is Carl with him?
What's that?
Is Carl with him or no? Because I asked
Oh,
Carl.
yeah, let me ask. He says, no, Carl's with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
He's not with
Maybe
him. No,
Blackie, the his dead brother too.
yeah. So
Blackie.
he says, no, but he's okay, he says.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He says he saw him cross over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when he died, who was with him? Like a woman, a man? When
For
he,
Carl,
yeah, no, no, for Dork,
for Dork, this feels like a man.
a man. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, I see like a big hand, not a small hand.
Mm.
This feels like somebody he knew from a previous life.
Oh, okay.
That's what this feels like, which would make sense because it doesn't feel like someone related to you, but that he's being taken care
Hmm.
of.
Because
Okay?
yeah, because I took care of him the day he was born. There were five of them. My sister took him, and I took the two, the brown and the black. And then after 3 months, my sister said, "Oh, get Dork." And then I tried to call him another name. He doesn't respond.
Aw.
Yeah,
That, he, let me ask him about that when you first got him.
yeah,
He says I was very small.
yeah, and very cute.
To hold him like this,
Yeah,
right?
very cute.
Um,
That's why I wanted him, but my sister,
he says you gave him lots of kisses.
yeah,
Yeah, you were giving him a lot of kisses.
he sleep in my bed with me, and then he has his own
He says,
blanket.
he says I was cold because he didn't have the warmth with the other animals. So, like,
Mhm.
did you wrap him in a blanket? Because I'm seeing a
Yeah,
blanket. Like he's showing me,
blanket,
I'm
yeah,
cold. I'm cold.
yeah.
Keep me warm. um, yes, he says you were very attentive to him when he was a baby,
Mhm.
checking everything.
Yeah, I brought him to the animal doctor for
Yes,
parvovirus, and yeah,
but he went with you everywhere. Like you made sure
yeah.
nobody was going to hurt him. Yeah, he's to you. You were like mother, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's just showing me the roof of a house. I'm not sure why. Give me a sec.
The roof of the house?
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind? Like, oh, may,
Seems kind of. I don't know if this is.
oh, the small house that we lived before I went here. It's
I
like
think
like
so.
this, yeah. It's so
Yeah,
small, but I was happy that time.
yeah, yeah. And did you have sheets or something on your couches? Did your in where you lived back home? Like, did you keep sheets on the couch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he keeps showing me white sheets on the couch,
Oh yeah, white sheet.
living
Oh
room.
yeah, yeah, white sheet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He shows me that like to keep it clean. He says.
Always clean, yeah. And then that time I didn't have washing machine, so I I wash manually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's it's good exercise. Okay. He says tonight, if you like, tonight, to light a candle for him.
Oh, okay,
That you could light a candle for him and say a prayer.
okay. So one
Because
for
he
Carl,
says
one
that
for him.
I think what he's saying is now that you have reconnected again, now you can properly say goodbye to each other with the prayer
Mhm.
because you didn't have a chance to, neither one of you.
Yeah, it's really, really, 1998, and only now that we connected.
Yeah, so he is also telling me that when it's your time, I don't think he's going to come back. He's just going to sit and wait for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, he will be there when it is your turn
Mm-hmm.
to leave this plane, and that won't be for a while.
Mm-hmm. So he will
But
not visit me anymore.
he will, no, no, it's just that he will be waiting for you.
Okay.
He's going to wait for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, he's going to take that time to just relax and heal.
Relax and heal. Yeah.
Yes, yes. He's very much looking forward to seeing you again, though, when the time is right.
Mm-hmm. Is he not jealous with Carl?
Pardon?
Is he not jealous with Carl?
No, no,
No,
I don't
no,
feel any jealousy
no.
at all.
Uh-huh.
No, no. Dork is not a jealous type of dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's very caring, very loving.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
he'll
behaved, well
easily,
behaved.
very well behaved, but he would have easily shared with anybody.
Mm.
He would take just this much love from you and love you this
Very
much,
much, yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you just gave him even this much, if you gave him this much, my room would not be big enough for the amount of love he would return back,
Yeah,
right? He was
yeah.
one of those kinds. That's why I say, when I reach out to him, he truly is a therapy dog,
Mm,
right?
mm,
That's what a therapy dog is, one that is so sensitive to the human feeling that they will literally bring themselves to that level and just sit and be there for you. And that was him,
mm.
100%. He would have made an amazing therapy
Therapy
dog.
dog. Yeah.
100%. He would have done amazing things. And I'm telling him, you
Mm-hmm.
know, next time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Do you have any questions you want to ask him before we let him go?
I saw a border collie. He jumped on me like, and then the owner said, "Sorry, sorry." So I saw Dork as a border collie, but the face smiling at me like Carl. So I mean Dork and Carl.
Energies in one dog.
Yeah, and then the dog was looking at me and hugging me.
Yeah, they're just coming back to say hello to
Oh
you.
my gosh,
Yeah.
I feel so no, so strong and happy that time.
Yes. And it really feels to me like, and they both tell me you're now ready for the next pet.
Mm.
You are ready.
And please tell Lord, I published my first book, 1999, dedicated to him.
Yes, I will
He,
tell him that. Yeah, he's giving me now big smile. He knows you
yeah,
did
I
that.
never sold it. It's just a gift from my friend. 100 copies.
He says you're the only one that remembers him,
Uh, I love him
right?
so much. Yeah.
You're the one that holds his memory alive,
Hmm.
is you. And that's very special to him. Okay? It
Hmm.
means a lot to him.
And I'll make a memorial to the Rainbow Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would like that very much. But like I said, tonight is very important. You light the candle
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
say, and say your proper goodbye to him, because you guys haven't had that chance yet.
Mhm.
You need to do that. So he will be present. He will be watching when you do that. So you
Mhm.
tell him, anything else you want to tell him,
Mhm.
you tell him in private with the candle.
With the
Okay?
candle. Yeah.
You should probably feel a little bit of his presence when you do this tonight.
So I lit a candle one first, then I say a prayer for prayer, and then after that I can light the candle for Carl, or I can lit two candles.
You can light both. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But for the
It's
special
for
one
door.
tonight is for Dork.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the important one tonight. Carl, you got a chance to say goodbye. Dork, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that closure is needed very, very much.
Yeah, I really need
It is
closure,
needed.
for.
It's going to be very healing for him and for you once you do that.
Mm-hmm.
It will feel like a lift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you will feel it lift.
Yeah. Can I talk to him again some other time?
Oh,
Maybe
of course.
after 2 3 months.
Let me ask him. I'm sure it's fine though. Yeah, he says yeah,
Yeah, because yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, he watches over you. Don't worry, he's there. Our animals never leave us. They
Mm-hmm.
never do. They consistently watch over us and take care of us.
Mm-hmm. What about if the animal is dead, but I only know the year, not the exact date? Is it okay?
Yeah,
Or
I mean, as long as there's always a connection, they
with the
always
picture,
connect.
yeah, with the picture, yeah.
Even when you I mean, I tell you a story, and the animals, it's as if they know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, ever since I was a kid, I've always, I just felt the need to, when I see an animal on a road, I pick the animal up and bury it. So when I was 5 years old, I was walking home from school, and there was a dead cat on the road that I had to cross,
Oh.
like in the subdivision, and I didn't know it had died, so I picked the cat up and brought it home to my
Oh.
grandmother.
Oh.
And she said, "No, Terry, that cat's dead," and I start crying, right? Oh
Oh.
no, it would fix the kitty, right?
Oh
So
my
she
god.
helped me to bury him.
Mm. Mm.
But even through, sometimes I see them and I pick them up and I wrap them in a towel and I bury them in the backyard. When I was at the hospital, I was giving Reiki to a client
Mm-hmm.
at the hospital. And I don't know if you know what Reiki is. It's an energy healing.
Oh, okay.
So I do like distant healing sessions. Sometimes I do them here in the store, and then sometimes I do them at the hospital if I'm asked to do so. Anyway, I came out of the hospital after doing the healing, and there was just a little baby chicken that had fallen, or not a chicken, a bird
Oh.
that had fallen out of the nest,
Oh.
and it had died, but
Oh.
it was the bones were all broken, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I I walked by it and I got in my car and it was not 2 feet from my car and I said, I can't leave that little baby there for someone just to step on or whatever. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I picked it up and I took it all the way home. It was a 45-minute drive home. I
Oh.
took him all the way home, and the very first thing I did, tired or not, I went right to my big, beautiful backyard and I found a nice tree and I buried him there
Wow.
and said a prayer. So, yes, you can tell when I talk how that connection is still there, right? So, depending on how you connect with the animals, yes, they remember, they know. They know when you help them. And it's not just, it's almost like, it's almost like a sea of connection.
But
The nicer you are to the animals and the more you treat them nicer,
yeah.
the more they all connect with you.
Did they thank you after that? Like say
I
thank
yeah,
you?
they thank me in different ways,
Mm-mm.
right?
Mm.
One day I had actually it was only a month ago. I had what do you call it? A hawk
Ooh.
right. The hawk landed right on my balcony in front of my window, and he just stood there. And I said to my husband, look, there's a hawk right there. And he just stood there and put his chest out and he didn't bother really to look at me, but he was pushing his chest out for me to see it. And as soon as my husband came, he flew away. So he was meant just for me,
Oo.
right? So, but I was so excited. There's a hawk near my window, right? But those things are blessings. As long as you pay attention to the signs, more comes. And on that note, I have to stop because I have another client coming up in about another 20 minutes. I need a little break before I start the next
Okay,
one.
yeah,
But thank you
and
for letting me connect with Dork because he's just beautiful.
thank you for that. I
You're
will
welcome.
light the candle later.
Absolutely. Please
Okay,
do so.
okay. Thank you and take care.
You too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Saan na ba yung ano niya? Leave. Oh. Ay, nako, Ali. Dork is still is also healing because they really mistreated him.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm now decided not to talk to them anymore. Any of them.
Oh.
The Roy and the common law wife.
Yeah.
Ardo and Mia and anybody connected with, because Dork said he told me, and she knows you know how did the pet leader know what Dork looked like when he died.
Yeah.
He described me really,
Yeah.
and I was like crying, and then he said he's not mad at me, but he was mad at Roy, especially Roy, and because all they do fight,
Yeah.
and then they were not giving him food. He said he doesn't need food or water, just little love. But oh my gosh! And then he said, I have to light a candle for Lord and say a prayer, say goodbye, like goodbye because he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
And it was 1998, since 1998. And he said, Dork said not to be angry with my mom because my mom's only fault is he's scared of my brother.
Yeah.
My brother said, don't tell Ate Sally that he's sick, like that. Maybe he forget, he don't send money anymore. But he was, in the dirt, and then a lot of mosquitoes. And he was chained, no food, no water.
Yeah.
My gosh. How
So-
can how can I ano that to Kwan?